I mean, how many people can make 25 videos in 25 days if they're not into the holidays? So. Hi, welcome to the House of Valentina. I'm Valentina and this is my home, and I am so excited that you're here today. We are counting down the days until Christmas. 25 days, 25 videos to celebrate the holiday season. This series is just absolutely packed with so many fun ideas. It's full of tips and tricks. It's full of shopping ideas and room makeovers. We just hope more than anything that you'll take away so much joy during this holiday season through this series. We're so delighted to have you here at the House of Valentina, and let's jump into today's video. Today's video is one of my absolute favorites. We are wrapping this series with a wrapping video, pun fully intended. I love wrapping gifts, like it's ridiculous. I love wrapping gifts so much that people, friends, neighbors, family, bring me gifts so that I can wrap them because I love wrapping gifts. I hope that this video will be a sweet ending to a 25 video series. I can't believe we did that many. Thank you so much again for joining us, and let's just jump straight in. Our first hack is another one that I always do, and that is to match my Christmas gift wrapping paper to the theme of my room. So I never wrap my gifts the same way twice, never. It's always different. It's the ribbons, the boxes inside. I mean, I'll show you here, this one's sitting here. The boxes inside match the gifts. Everything goes together. So I will peruse Pinterest, now that we have Pinterest. Before I was flipping through magazines, but I get on Pinterest and I pin like a crazy woman, and I just pick out all of my favorite images. And then if I've come up with my theme for each room, and then I've got to match the paper, and then I go on a hunt to find whatever paper will go with that. So I am happily willing to use anything from birthday wrapping paper to nondescript. It doesn't matter, whatever it takes to create that theme. And I think that that is so much fun because it just feels all pulled together, and it just feels extra magical, and it makes the whole thing just feel so thoughtful. Our hack number 2 is to buy in bulk. So I came across this almost really accidentally last year because I wanted to have white paper, and I kind of laughed because when I ordered this, I was thinking that I was ordering like a regular roll, and as it turns out, I had this massive roll of paper. I ordered one of these in white and I ordered one in black off of Amazon. You still have time if you want to do this. I have wrapped so many gifts throughout the year with this paper, and it is still going. I've used it as a runner on the table. I've let the kids draw on it. I mean, I've used this paper so many different ways, but it is amazing. For the price, it has saved me so much money, and it's always on hand, and you can probably see it a lot of times in my room because it's always around, and I love this paper. So grab yourself maybe a white, a Kraft, or a black, are really good neutrals that you can put with just about anything. It's cute with plaids, it's cute with, if your kid's into like cars, you could put this with Hot Wheels, you could put it with Frozen. It really doesn't matter who you're giving a gift to. You can coordinate ribbons and extra little things, anything goes with this. And then you can also mix and match your papers with it. It's just a really good base to save you a lot of money so that you don't have to buy really expensive gift wrap, like, those themed ones that they sell in the special section like at Target. They tend to be more expensive, and this is the perfect way to save yourself some serious money. My next hack is to use non-seasonal paper to create a theme that feels wintry and beautiful. You can see here that these papers are definitely not themed for Christmas. This one has a gold floral in it, and I've tied it up with twine, which I just had in the kitchen, and I added a pine cone to it, and that makes it definitely feel wintry, and it really matches my natural looking Christmas tree that I have in my sunroom. Another thing that I did here is I used this really pretty green vine paper, and I've tied it up with this adorable little embellishment that I'm going to show you how to make in just a minute. So you can embellish these with natural materials like a paper brown bag turned into a cute little embellishment. This one is beautiful cranes, and it's tied with strips of linen, and again that beautiful pine cone and a little vintage ornament. My next hack is to recycle, and of course nowadays everybody is trying to be more conscientious about the world and how we throw our trash away and how much trash we create. So the perfect way to go about this at the holidays is to reuse what you already have. If you happen to have some paper brown bags from the grocery store, these are perfect gift items because not only can you wrap your gifts with these, you can also recycle them after they've been opened. To create this embellishment, we're going to need 2 rectangles cut out of a paper bag. For each one of these, we'll be folding it like a fan, back and forth and back and forth. If you would like to, you can just snip off the ends to create a little triangle at the very ends. This just adds a fun little decor element. Next, I'm taking a hole puncher and just punching holes in the ends and just trying to make sure that they kind of match up. It doesn't have to be exact. Next, just simply staple both of these to each other and then just open it and staple again. The fun thing about this project is that you can make these in any size, and you could use any scraps of paper that you have on hand. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to use a paper brown bag to actually wrap this present. One of my other hacks that you may or may not have noticed that I'm doing here is that I'm using double-sided tape. This makes all of your seams absolutely perfect. There's no tape or anything there. I don't do this with all of my gifts, to be honest, because it is a bit more time consuming. But you can, and it's a little bit more expensive that way. But if you really want to impress people, that's a great way to do it. I really like when you have a rough material like this to put something really smooth with it. I just think that juxtaposition is very, very pretty. So definitely another hack is to mix your materials. Smooth and soft with something that's rough. Again, here you've got the roughness of the twine and then this little paper. So it's just nice to mix your materials whenever you can. Another hack of mine is to always have 2 pairs of scissors. My family knows that these are the ribbon scissors and these are for paper, and they do not get mixed. So, well, they're not supposed to get mixed. These I've honestly been using for so long. I have a special pair that are hiding in the basement with my other ribbons that I normally use for ribbon only, and I hide them. It can be really difficult for everybody to remember which scissors are which, and even I start to forget. So you can tie a little ribbon to your scissors like this, and it will remind everybody that these are the ribbon only scissors. One of my other hacks is to take your tape. Don't buy these like this, or if you do, because my husband had bought some of these and I was like, oh, I hate these things because I'm usually trying to hold the paper down and then these things are trying to get the tape off. It's hard to coordinate all of that with your fingers. So what I do is I will put it in a dispenser, and it is worth every cent to have a dispenser. This was not expensive, but it's just nice because it stands up on its own and it's not sliding everywhere, and you don't need an extra hand to wrap your gifts. I hear so many people say that they absolutely hate giving gift cards, or that gift cards are cold, they're impersonal. It means that you didn't put any thought into it. I see things a little bit differently. I have 7 nephews. That is a lot of boys, and they're all starting to get a lot older, and they don't necessarily, it's too hard to figure out their taste, and they all want something different, and I think that giving them a gift card is a great idea, actually. Mine love to be able to shop for themselves, or if you don't want to do Target, another one of my favorite things to do is to take a box. So I put the gift card inside of a bigger box, and I also put their favorite candy in here. And then one of the last things that I do is I wrap this gift up with a really fun ornament. And another hack that I would just throw in here is, don't worry whether your handwriting is perfect. You guys can probably see that mine is not perfect. In fact, I hate my handwriting and I tend to just be too quick about it, but I have discovered that people do not care. They would love a personalized gift, and they love the fact that you hand wrote it, and that means something to them. So gift cards are a definite yes, yes. Definitely give them, but make them extra and make them personal. I found this really cute sensory ball set at Five Below, and it's not that it's a very expensive gift. It's $5, but my son is gonna love this gift, but I am gonna take this gift just a little bit further to really blow his mind. To create this interactive pull tab wrapping paper, we're going to take an inexpensive ribbon, and you're going to leave a little piece hanging out over the end of the wrapping paper. Then you're going to tape that full ribbon all the way down in all parts. You don't want any of the ribbon exposed, so just go ahead and tape the whole thing down on the inside. Next, you're going to wrap the present, but be sure that you leave the part with the tab that on the outside. That's going to be the little pull tab, so you need to have that exposed. Then just finish wrapping the present as usual. Once you've got that wrapped, you're just going to take your piece and just pull it right around like this. Isn't that so cool? I love that, and he is going to adore that. So I'll definitely be rewrapping this and doing that exact same thing for him. I have 2 hacks that can go hand in hand. The first one is to save your boxes. Save your Amazon boxes. My kids all say on Christmas morning, good things come in Amazon boxes, and we just laugh because everybody says it over and over because everything is wrapped in an Amazon box. So I hold on to these as things arrive, and a lot of times the things that are delivered inside of them, maybe they would be very easy to wrap. So it's perfect to have a box like this for awkward gifts that may be a little bit harder to wrap. So what I'll do is I'll take this, I'll put some great tissue inside of here and make this extra special. Let's face it, as kids get older and we as grown-ups give gifts to each other, typically the gifts are very small. Good things come in small packages. I do say that a lot. However, you don't want to have a tiny micro presents underneath the tree. It doesn't feel very festive that way. So as you've seen, taking her stuffed animal in a bigger box just makes it feel bigger and more significant. I absolutely love not only personalizing gift wrap to the person that it's going to, but I really love when the gift inside is something that's gonna really, really ignite their happiness, and then taking it up just a notch with the wrapping. Is this not just the cutest thing you've ever seen? I'm gonna tuck these little ribbons inside, and since I don't have frozen paper that would go with this, that's okay. I don't necessarily wanna buy all frozen paper. I may end up with more than I really need. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap it in this white paper, and I have this really great mint green ribbon that I found at Michael's on their little clearance ribbon rack, and I found this adorable Olaf. Look at how cute this is. I think that she's going to absolutely love this gift. Forage for things that you can put on your gifts and make your gifts feel extra special. It's such an inexpensive way of making them beautiful. And you know, it's just really fun and festive, and I don't know, it just makes everything feel like you've just gone extra and you've really thought about all the detail. My final parting advice would be to simply enjoy wrapping gifts and don't look at it as a chore, because it really isn't. It is so much fun, and every time I wrap something, I always play one of my favorite movies, like White Christmas or Christmas Vacation, and just turn it into an event and really celebrate the fact that you're wrapping these gifts and what a gift is going to be. Thank you again so much for joining us here at the House of Valentina. Thank you so much for joining us for our 25 days of Christmas. This is just one piece of what we do here at the House of Valentina. As you guys know, I run a real estate and design business, and so in this coming year, we're gonna have even more room makeovers, house renovations. We'll have real estate tips and tricks, which most of us like to steal for our daily life. And there's gonna be so much fun content coming out. I cannot wait to get started for 2020. We're gonna have January organizing tips and tricks and all kinds of fun stuff to kick off the year. So be sure to hit the subscribe button if you already have not, because we've got so many fun things coming. Check us out at Instagram. My personal one is Valentina Fussell, and my business is The House of Valentina. So I will be updating both accounts over the holidays. I hope giving you last minute inspiration and just getting to be a part of each other's lives in these last few days as we bake cookies. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you very soon. Bye. And it's a wrap. You didn't think we were possibly going to have an entire video about wrapping paper without at least one pun related to wrapping, right? It was better than me trying to like rap like do. I really can't rap. No, it's better that I make puns about wrapping paper and wrapping this film. Yeah. Now I'm just talking to myself. Awkward. Bye.